Well, hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is your monthly reading for June. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, in the water already I'm seeing a scythe. Okay, a scythe, a sickle or a scythe, it looks like. So already I can see that some of you are cutting something major out of your life in the month of June. It could be something that you eat, perhaps something that has been causing you bloatedness, or that you are allergic to, or you're intolerant to, or is just making you feel lethargic. Really strange. They're also showing me an image of an anchor and a heart as well at the same time. That's coming through as well. Before I've even started, I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading. So oh, there's, wow, okay. I'm just going to show you the cards now in a moment. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? Anyway, just to let you know that June is going to be a pretty major month in terms of astrological events. And you do have a scythe. Look at that. They were showing me in the water. I couldn't tell whether it was a sickle or a scythe. And it basically means a sudden removal or clearing of something. We will get into this energy now in a moment. But, you know, it does mean that there is something new that you're making space for. So it's actually a really positive experience, but we'll have a look at it a little bit deeper in a moment. But in terms of astrological events, there is a big major one, and that is the planet Pluto moving into the sign of Capricorn. Now, it really is retrograding back into the sign of Capricorn, and this is extremely important when it comes to business and politics. Now, financially, we will see businesses cutting back, streamlining their expenses, and that will occur right up until January 2024. Also, I don't really like to talk politics, but the energy is there, so I have to mention it. When Pluto moves into the sign of Capricorn, we may see governments being voted out, or in some cases, overturned, brought down if needed. So it may not be on a local scale for you, but it may be something that perhaps we will witness in the next couple of months, right up until January 2024. But collectively, it makes us all look at our budget, okay? So we are all feeling the pinch, shall we say. So when you have Pluto moving into Capricorn, it does indicate that we all start to save a little bit more money. And this is actually really positive because it means you're more likely to find deals, discounts and deals for whatever it is you're trying to purchase. So also Pluto moving into Capricorn, it kind of like gets rid of dead wood. So I'm not surprised to see the scythe there in your reading. It definitely means that you're cutting out things that you have outgrown. You may feel compelled to declutter your life in some way, body, mind, and soul. But you may actually start with items that you no longer need around the home space. Now these things you may actually decide to throw out, or you may recycle them, or give them to charity, or in some way maybe put them online to get more money in the bank, because Capricorn energy influences us all to save finances. Okay, now also just to make you aware that we do have a full moon that enters the sign of Sagittarius, and that happens on the 4th of June. Now, this is a great time to really get clear on your direction and make positive adjustments that align you to your true desires. This moon is actually called the strawberry moon, so it actually attracts abundance, prosperity, and good luck. And it is a perfect time to really tap into that energy that's available to us all to achieve whatever it is that you've been working hard towards. Now, I would say set an intention, or create an intention board maybe even just a list. Write down whatever it is you desire or are trying to manifest, and watch it start to manifest in your life. Now also, some of you, because the Sagittarian energy takes over, you may feel compelled to book a vacation or take a quick trip. Now, this could be something that you book this month or that you're taking this month. The influence is there for a quick one, or even the bigger trip, the lifelong dream trip that perhaps you've been saving for. Now, in terms of love, we do have Pluto, having a wonderful alignment with Venus, and you will attract a deeper love if you are single looking for love. Also, we do have it reigniting passion for your partner if you're already in a relationship. I do have to let you know about one aspect of June that may be a little bit negative, okay? I don't really like to focus on the negative unless it's very, very important, of course. You have to manage what you give your energy to. But I just want you to be aware that the new moon in Gemini on the 18th of June, it's one to really watch out for. Now, in the positive sense, it's a great time for you to check in with your inner narrative, to really, hone the way you talk about yourself to yourself. If you've been extra critical or hard on yourself, then you'll actually catch yourself doing it, and you'll stop. So you'll have a little bit more compassion for yourself and feel proud of all that you've accomplished so far. And some of you may feel that you still have a long way to go on your goals, but actually you're closer than you think. Now, I would say the negative energy is that this type of moon, I mean, it is a mood as well, really. It's called a void of course moon, okay? Now, when you get one of those, it tends to mean that the energy is completely void. Nothing happens at all, okay? You may even feel a little bit like numb during that time. You may feel a little bit more questioning is kind of good, but it's not a good time to start anything new, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a contract, a new job, an opportunity, whatever it is. It's important to realize that the 18th of June, there's actually a famous saying that goes along with it, which is anything started under the void of course moon bears no fruit. Okay, so I would just watch out for that. It's not like a huge deal, but if you're signing a contract, or you're, for example, if you're transferring finances and things like that, it may get lost in the system briefly and not show up in your account for like a couple of hours, and you may be like, where did it go? Or a couple of days. Or if you purchase something, you may have to return it. It's that sort of frustrating energy where it's like, it doesn't complete a cycle, okay? I would wait 11 hours after that void of course moon, because that's when we have an incredible alignment, okay? We actually have Jupiter harmonizing with Saturn. Now, Jupiter is a planet of good luck, opportunity, and prosperity, and it also conjuncts the North Node, which is all about your dreams, your goals, whatever it is you're working really hard towards, your true calling. And this is a very fortunate and good luck time, okay? So 11 hours afterwards, you're ready to go. Whatever it is, launch away, okay? I mean, you can launch everything beforehand, but just watch out for the 18th. Now, in particular for you, your 10th house of ambition is influencing you at the beginning of the month, so you're going to feel extra motivated to finish whatever you start. You're going to remain on track and complete any tasks or projects that you're connecting to, whether you're retired or whether you're in the working environment. Also, you will make your mark in these areas. If you want to be well known within the community, or you recognize for whatever it is you do, appreciation and, goodwill shall be yours this month. Also, as I said, your reputation will see you elevate and be respected for your efforts. Also, your 4th house takes over. Now, that's all about the family unit, and I can see there you have a Queen of Pentacles, which is all about domesticity, saving your finances, being conservative with your energy, making sure that you're not giving energy to things that don't matter. And when the home and family is starred, it really means that some of you are going to strike a balance between your ambitious goals and spending time with those you love. Now, also, of course, you may find yourself decluttering the home space, doing a bit of DIY, rearranging. These are all influences from the 4th house. Also, some of you may think about going into real estate, or sell your property, or even purchase a property at this time. And if you are looking for one, especially since we saw that image, well, I saw that image for you all, the anchor and the heart, it can indicate that you will find somewhere that you feel like home, okay? Now that could be with a person or a situation or a job or, you know, an apartment, whatever it is. This month is really about coming home to yourself. Now your first card here is the Whip. So you have been pretty strict on yourself. Now this is either been strict with yourself on your time. Some of you may get a little bit more strict with yourself on your diet, but you're definitely trying to work towards something and not waste time. Now also, I mean, this card, it's number 11. So that is a really positive number. It's the Justice energy. And some of you may have felt recently that you've been, you know, in a repetitive cycle, routine, where it just is like not forgiving. You're just like doing. And you're wondering, when is the moment where you're having fun? Or when do you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor? It just seems to be like a constant barrage. And we've got here repetitive. Oh my gosh, let me get my teeth back in my mouth. Repetition, pain, conflict, anger, redo, tension, fights, makeup, and it says here the planet is Lilith, and astrology energy is Scorpio. So that can be that you have been working really hard towards something unrelentingly, and when things don't go in your favor, you get a little bit down on yourself. There is change here. I mean, the star energy indicates that there is good luck, there is prosperity, and there is a brighter future to look forward to. Also, you're going to feel a little bit more inspired when we are very hard on ourselves, and when we are, I don't want to say uptight. Maybe I'm just describing myself. When I've got a project on or something like that, I really focus on it 100%, and I get a little bit like frustrated when anything or anybody tries to derail me from what I'm really focused on. So I'm getting that energy for you right now, and I feel some of you are really super focused on something that you want to get done this month. There may even be a deadline, but I feel there's a lot of things that you're going to be doing. So you may have like, of course we've all got bills to pay, but you may have extra like paperwork to look at. You may have to make extra calls this month. You may have a lot of people asking things of you, your family, responsibilities, but there's still something that you really want to be focused on. So I feel like you're going to have to try to time it really well, like rejig your schedule in some way just to fit it all in, because I do see that you're going to be very busy this month as well. Okay. Now we have the Scythe. And I saw that in the water for you before it even came up there. So that is a big indication, not only that Spirit wants you to be aware that there is something that you need to cut out of your life. Now, this is a big one, but it's a hard one to get rid of. Negativity, of course. We all have moments of negativity or feeling down and frustrated, and it's natural. It's human. If anyone says to you, you know, you can be happy all the time or be grateful all the time, it's just not human nature, okay? We all go through fluctuations of emotions, and anger is there for a reason. Sadness is there for a reason. It helps purge our energy. It helps the flow of energy, just like happiness and gratitude and joy. They are all there for a purpose. Now, it says here, sudden removal, clearing, separation from, breaking up from, abrupt cutting off, and shock. Now, this is your overarching energy. So some of you, for example, there may be something that perhaps has been trying to control you or dominate your energy, monopolize your time. I mean, it could literally be someone at your working environment and you're cutting it off, you're stopping it in its tracks, or it could be someone who's been very toxic, draining your energy, and you're like, I can't do this anymore. So I definitely see you cutting out things that are draining you. Now that could be a person, situation, it could be a food substance, it could even be that you're going to be more strict on yourself, make sure you go to bed early in order to recharge your batteries and be ready for the next day. I definitely see that you're going to be working on optimum energy this month, and you're going to feel very inspired, and it's not, I feel like it's almost like out with the old, in with the new this month. I feel there's part of you that's like, you know what, I'm going to be a new me this month. I just get this, you know, super focus happening this month for you. Now we do have the photograph there, which can indicate that perhaps something from the past is ending for you. You're getting closure on it. This is the past memories, the past returning, influences, familiarity, and nostalgia. Now, it's really interesting because the North Node is really influencing us all this month, but this is a card of the South Node. So I really do feel like anything that has served its purpose to teach you something is ending. You're getting closure on really difficult situations. And I feel if anyone tries to re-enter your life this month from the past who has not valued you or valued your time, your heart, your love, I actually see that you're leaving it behind. You're a new person. You've evolved away from that. And anyone, especially an ex, if they're coming back trying to talk in some way, because I do have someone here who thinks about you quite a lot, but they were not honest with their feelings. They were not honest with themselves. So how could they be honest with you? And I feel this person, they are emotionally detached. And I really feel that you're going to look at this person like, why did I ever like want to be with this person? There's something about this person. They may have been charming. They may have, you know, had that something that you wanted in the past. But I feel now it's like dead in the water. And I feel like you've got much more exciting things headed your way that are new in your life, and I feel like you're not really giving the past much time. Some of you, I feel you're getting major closure on a very difficult and maybe controlling or strict relationship. Now this could be something with a family member or friends, or even like a toxic work environment. I definitely see that you're leaving difficulty behind. This is a new month that is full of inspiration, but also you connecting to your higher self. And some of you may be leaving spaces behind, literally, to relocate to either a new working environment, or some of you may be setting up your own stream of income, working from home, or some of you are actually using your spiritual gifts to tap into, not only to get to know yourself on a deeper level, but also to use it as perhaps something where you can help other people, and in turn be financially recompensed for it as well. So you'll be paid for it. But ultimately, we got the Magician card. This is your protagonist energy. You're very highly in the law of attraction this month. Whatever it is you're thinking about, thoughts are becoming things. And the Magician card indicates that you are someone who's very talented, you're very gifted, and you always find a creative solution to any problem. You've got everything you need within you. Okay, the Magician card indicates you're starting this month fully in your power, okay? But it does indicate that you need focus. This month is all about focus. Now, there's something here that you need to take the initiative on with the Eight of Pentacles and the Star energy. It does indicate that you're looking at your life and going, you know what, why does it have to be so hard? Why is everything so hard won? You're always working. You're in this repetitive cycle. Will things ever change? Now, of course, you're very dedicated. You're very committed to what you do. But at the same time, you're yearning for a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more fun, or a little bit more, I just keep getting stability, okay? And actually, they're showing me something in the water. It's more water, believe it or not. They're showing me like the ocean, but they're being very precise about this. They're showing me that it's in the ocean where two currents meet, a warm current and a cold current, okay? They're calling it the ocean divide. Now, of course, you're a water element, so some of you may have been feeling divided on a situation, and perhaps you're trying to logically work out something that has been very difficult for you. But they're indicating where the cold and warm currents meet. They call it convection. I think they just said, yeah, convection, okay? That's interesting. And they're indicating that it depends on how, okay, I really wish you could hear what I could hear. They're calling it how salty the water is. It's the same how salty a person is. I can't believe Spirit just used the words salty for a person. That's so, like, that's so cool. And I'm not down with the kids. But anyway, they're just giving me that. They're indicating this is the moment where the water can clash, and if the heat, it's about the heat moving through the water and how salty it is, or saline it is, I guess, and it can be a ripe condition for a storm. Okay, so I guess they're trying in a roundabout way to indicate some of your emotions may be a little bit frustrated this month because you feel like you just want to get out there, have fun, create new ideas, but you just look at life like it's this repetitive cycle, and you need to step out of your comfort zone in order to change something about it. But you may feel that you have a lot of responsibilities right now, and it's hard to change those aspects right away, okay? I mean, for some of you, it could literally mean that if you're in a country that has a lot of storms, especially if you're on the Gulf Stream or something like that, there may be a major one brewing. So I would watch out for that. I don't know anything about that. I have to look on the, the weather app there. But so it could be that, because what I'm feeling here is pressure building, or pressure has been building, and you may be a little bit more snappy than usual. okay? But I definitely see that there's, this is a really good month for creating stability, not just financial stability, but emotional stability. But sometimes we need to have that release first, okay? I'm going to move away from that energy because I feel it's more about you finding that grounding, which you will. But ultimately, I feel like you've got all the tools necessary to make stuff happen this month. You're very precise about what you want to focus on, and you're getting stuff done. Any task you turn your mind to, it's going to be accomplished and it's going to be successful. And I feel there's something you're wishing for, but there's been a bit of an obstacle that perhaps you've come up against recently, but that shall be removed in the month of June and you start to move forward. We do have the star energy, so that indicates a lot of clarity this month, knowing where perhaps you need to focus a little bit more on, or where you need to be really precise in putting your energy. The star energy really is about, hope, for a really good month, but it's also a renewal of energy. So if you've been feeling, a little bit negative recently, or if you've been feeling a little bit tired, lethargic, I feel this month you're going to have more energy to get stuff done. Also, you're going to have lots of new ideas that are just going to be, your brain is going to be on fire, lots of synapses just sparking away with lots of wonderful ideas. If you've been feeling a little bit confused, or you've been feeling a little bit lost and in limbo recently, and because what I'm seeing here with the Justice card, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles, I feel some of you are just thinking it's just not fair. Okay, it's just not fair. And you're right, it's just not fair. Circumstances right now are not fair. It seems to be that everything is going up, and, except wages, and people are just expected to navigate those difficult times. And we've already been navigating difficult times for the last 3 years. Life has always been difficult, but the whole world just ramped up that level of crazy in the last 3 to 3.5 years. And I feel some of you are really trying to find your way through a very difficult time. And I feel, you will be inspired and you will find stability, but also I feel like your commitment to your goal or your dream is going to pay off, and financially it's going to be very rewarding. You're going from a Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. So this is really about you creating wealth, or attracting more wealth into your world, more abundance, but also you're protecting everything that you've already earned, or that you've built so far. Especially, and this message keeps coming up for every reading, so my guides obviously want to give as many people this message as possible to just be careful, or take note of where you house your finances. Especially make sure that if you've got a considerable amount of money, that they are not in institutions that are linked by license, otherwise you would not be insured for the two. So just be mindful of that. And that, I did not know this, but they're giving me also, that can also extend into like insurance, or 401ks, pensions, whatever you want to call them. Some of the institutions can be linked also. So just watch out for that, should there ever be an economic fluctuation. But the star energy with the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles, this month really is about you, okay? Closing out cycles that have been difficult, getting closure on situations that no longer have any power in your life. You're claiming back your power this month. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it means you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on your work, you're focusing on building more money. You're staircasing basically, because they're actually showing me a staircase in the water. So it can indicate with Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you are elevating financially. With the star energy, I definitely see a wish, or the stars are aligning to bring you what you've been working towards, and you will be able to see the goal in sight, or the accomplishment in sight. Okay, now we do have that Eight of Pentacles, which indicates that you are also gaining a lot of knowledge about your power, that you are actually the master or the mistress of your destiny, and that you are capable of taking yourself in any direction. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles also indicates some of you will embrace the opportunity to go deeper this month, deeper into your own psyche, to learn a little bit more about you, but also to learn new skills to help you accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. So some of you may feel compelled to put yourself on a course of learning, whether it's in a group setting, or whether it is online. I definitely see that you're applying new ways to approach whatever it is you want in order to be the best at what you do. If you're retired, I definitely see some of you are really going on a spiritual journey of discovery, connecting to your higher self, and really asking, where do you belong long term? Are you thinking about going overseas? How are you feeling about this new pace of life? And being a bit more creative in your endeavors. I definitely see that you are very talented, or whatever it is you turn your hand to, it will be a success. And it may even turn into a business if you want it to as well. Also with the Eight of Pentacles, it does indicate that at the beginning of the month, some of you may feel it's a little bit boring, that you're just doing the same old thing. You're dedicating yourself to your goals, and it may feel repetitive, but you're trying to find some sort of inspiration and try to approach things in a different way just to keep it fresh, okay? Now also in the resistance position, we have the Justice card. Something's been out of balance in your life for a little while, and you're really trying to pinpoint it. Now, the Eight of Pentacles can indicate that you've been focusing a lot on your projects, okay? And you're wishing for something to change. But with the Justice card and the Nine of Pentacles here and the King of Swords, I feel like there's something here that you've wanted to change for some time, and you're going to change it in the month of June. You're going to action this in the month of June. You may be analyzing or planning something. It could be a move, or it could be to cut something out, or even to end something that has been making you feel not quite yourself. And I definitely see that you're going to take charge and cut that out, because it has been holding you back in some way. Now this could literally be, and I'm just plucking this out of the energy that I can feel right now, this could literally be that perhaps someone once said to you when you were younger, you know what, you're not going to be successful. People like you just don't get successful. And it could be this little thing that's in the back of your mind that's like, just chipping away, even though you don't give it time or space, but sometimes it just pops in. I feel this is the month where you're going to let that go, but also you're not just going to prove to yourself, but I feel you're going to prove to others how successful you are and how successful you can be. And I definitely see that with the Justice card, you need to adjust something in your life, be a little bit more flexible about something that you've been thinking about. And from the majority energy that I've got coming through is, how can I be a little bit more independent and, you know, make more money either on the side or be a little bit more my own boss? How can I, put the skills that I have into practice to set up an entrepreneurship, or to just be more in control of my future, or even save a little bit more? And you're definitely going to find a way to do that, okay? Now, this energy that's coming through, not everybody's going to resonate with this part. Some of you may have been dealing with someone who has been really power hungry, or someone who's been abusing their power in some way, or someone who's been, not completely honest with you in some way. Because the Justice card in this position, it's like you got it in the reverse, the resistance position, which can indicate someone has either been unfair or dishonest to you in some way. Some of you may even take it further through legal means. You may be going through a court case with somebody, maybe even a divorce or a separation, and someone's playing dirty tactics or not being very kind about the situation. I would say, yes, it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie to you there. But what I do see here is that you will be able to lead with integrity, and justice shall prevail for you. I actually see you winning something that's important. This month they're actually showing me a rosette. Okay, so it could be that you or a child is going to win something. I mean, if you're going through a court case, it can indicate that you will win something. I mean, for some of you, it may mean that you're going to win first prize, or you may be entering into some sort of competition this month where you will actually be someone who is noticed, recognized for what you do. When you get the star energy, it does mean that you're going to be appreciated for all that you do, because you have a lot on your shoulders. Okay, you take on a lot of responsibility, and you really are focused on your family and friends. And this month, it's a little bit more focus on you if you can find the time to do it. But you do need to make some adjustments, okay? Now, when you get number 8, normally the Justice card is number 11, but this is a really wonderful deck here. It's number 8, which means you're being honest with yourself. What do you need to cut out? What is making you feel out of balance? What makes you happy? Can you inject a little bit more of that into your life? With the 9 of Pentacles in this position, some of you may have been either in the working environment and been dealing with very selfish people who are lazy. There may even be a bit of workaholism going on in here. So you may be looking at your life thinking, you know what? you know, I'm doing okay on my career. Money's ticking over nicely. I'm managing to save a little bit. I'm trying to build a life of luxury. But you may feel that love is not in your life right now, and you need to really recalibrate your life in order to make sure that you're satisfied in all areas of your life. Remember, variety is the spice of life, and putting yourself out there to find love if you're single, and of course if you want it, because some people are single and they're very content with just being in a solitary energy, and that's fine. But if you are desiring love, you know, putting yourself in a situation to meet love is also important, because it's an act of self-care, okay? But with the Nine of Pentacles, some of you may have been worried about finances as well. But what I can see here with the Five of Pentacles, and I'm going to pull a card on it because the Five of Pentacles is to be worried about money. And some of you, for example, you may have been unwell and you may not have been able to work, especially if you are a freelancer. That's a problem, because when you don't work, you don't get any money. So you may have been a little bit worried. But with the Queen of Pentacles, I actually see that you do have reserves, but you will be able to save a little bit more money this month. And there is I feel like you've got a talent that perhaps you haven't tapped into just yet, and this month you may be thinking about or planning, there's some sort of like engineering going on where there is something you're really good at, a creative skill or a craft that you will be inspired to make into a business. And this is going to be very lucrative for you long term, okay? This is something you can do from home. So it could also be something that you do on the side, or even if you're retired and you're thinking, you know what, I'm not working anymore, so that's fine. I feel like there's a creative skill that you have that you'll tap into a little bit more and learn a little bit more about as well. And people will want what you've got, and then you'll start to make money from that too. So it'll be a nice little nest egg to keep you going as well. But ultimately, the Nine of Pentacles, it was in the reverse there, and in the upright, it becomes more positive towards the end of the month. That's how this spread works. So I do feel like you are, you know, trying to find a little bit more independence and self-reliance in your life. Some of you may literally move out of a parent's home space, or be going to college, or actually setting up your own business, or doing something that's really independent for you this month. But you're placing a very solid foundation financially. You're sticking to your plan, and your plan will unfold and it will bear fruit, okay? I feel like you're nearly there. It's almost like you're about to place the final stone in a plan that's going to be very grounded, and it's going to be very practical, but also very rewarding. Also with the Nine of Pentacles in this position and the King of Swords, if you're having problems with somebody in particular who is either trying to micromanage you, or abusing their situation or their power in a situation, or who has been, you know, not very honest with you, this doesn't have to be an ex. It can be anybody in your life. It could be someone you're working with, it could be a boss, someone who has their own business, perhaps with the King of Swords as well. This person is jealous. There's an envy here, okay? Especially when you get a Nine of Pentacles. This person, they can see that you're capable of doing their job, or they can see that, you know, how can I put this? I want to put this diplomatically. They can see that you don't really need them in your life. And that's really got them bothered, okay? Whoever this is. I'm just going to pull a quick card on this. Now, if it's an ex, I see this person either mentioning a photo that you and this person took many years ago, or a place you went to, and they go, remember when we went to that place and we took loads of photos by the canyon or something like that? They're going to try and remind you of something, okay? But this person, they're still emotionally unavailable. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. Three of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. But the majority energy I've got coming through here is, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, so just want to return to if anyone from the past tries to come on in, because it is very prevalent in your reading. I feel there are other opportunities out there. The Three of Wands says that you're on the right track to meet somebody new, and the Five of Cups can indicate something that you're letting go of. Let go of it, okay? If it didn't work out the first time, second time, third time, there's something here that is more rewarding being offered by the universe. And they want you to be aware that, yes, let go of the past, grieve it, allow it, you know, to pass over you, and, you know, move on from it. Eventually, you will, because the Devil card indicates this is where you get stuck if you keep looking back, if we keep looking at the past. Now, I'm not here to point fingers at you, my beautiful Pisces, but you're a water element. So am I. I'm a Scorpio. And, you know, I hate to admit it myself, but we do spend a lot of time wistfully thinking about the past. So we can't fully enjoy the present or even welcome in the future if we are looking back. And I feel you're not looking back anymore. That's one of the things that you're cutting out this month, because the Empress, now male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. The Empress tells me that you're valuing yourself higher than ever before. You're building confidence and you are actually attracting a lot of abundance. You're having a glow up and you're turning heads. And, you know, even though the Empress energy represents getting older and wiser, I feel like you're still in the flow of attraction. You're still a wonderful sensual being attracting whatever it is you desire, whether that's a person or whether that's prosperity. And if you feel like you've lost out on something, it doesn't have to be a person or a relationship. It can mean that some of you went up for a promotion or a job opportunity, and all you can see right now is loss, or time after time, something is not going right for you, okay? The Devil card indicates you are feeling a little bit stuck because something has not been working. Something has been a struggle, okay? But they want you to be aware that better times are on the horizon, that you are on the right track. And, you know, sometimes when life gets difficult or things keep happening that are not rewarding, shall we say, sometimes the universe is saying, value yourself higher and say no, or value yourself even more and find an alternative way that perhaps is not so taxing on you. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, sometimes life is hard and that's just it. Don't give up just because things got hard. I don't see you being able to do that. I see that you're someone who, you know, you're a stayer. You're someone who's very determined and very good at what you do. And I don't see you giving up on anything. But what I do see is that if there is a constant lesson in your life that keeps coming towards you and has been very difficult, I see you standing up to it this month and saying, no, I'm not having it anymore. I'm going to cut that out. Whether it's a person, whether it's a toxic work environment, whether it is someone trying to derail you from your path, or someone just downright like being dishonest to you and being a very toxic individual who, you know, keeps coming back on in but doesn't change their behavior. I definitely see that you're making a stand this month as well. Now, the King of Swords, also the energy that I'm getting here, there's something that you're trying to plan or something that you have been thinking about for some time, and I feel like this month you're really going to get organized on it. You may have felt that this is a month where you really need to focus. I mean, it could be that you've got an exam, or it could be that you have something really that you need to knuckle down and think about because there's a deadline looming, or you just want to get forward on a project or a plan that you have. The King of Swords indicates you are a pro, or you know, you're really good at what you do and you're capable of actioning whatever it is in your mind. You will have it, especially since you've got the Magician present in your reading. With the King of Swords here, I definitely see some of you are going to be offered a promotion or a raise this month, or a position that elevates you in your working environment. Now, this could be you'll take on more responsibility, and it may even have more international leaning. So even if you're an entrepreneur and you've got your own business, I feel like trade will be up, and I feel that you will have the opportunity to branch out a little bit more. But the King of Swords is all about like business. It's about, you know, you having a lot of power, being clear about what you want, and being decisive, being honest with yourself and going after the thing that you desire. But I definitely see that there is a business idea here that has not been fully realized on the physical plane. And this is something that you will make strides to make it a reality in the month of June. Whether that's just setting up, whether it's just, you know, deciding what your company name will be called, it's a step in the right direction. And I definitely see it's going to be very lucrative for you. Now, the end of the month sees you be a little bit more spiritually evolved, or a bit more connected to spiritual practices, a little bit more meditative, where you're trying to find peace and calm energy. I mean, the Hierophant does indicate that you're having faith in yourself and your inner guidance, your inner compass. And I do feel like you're being mentored. Now, this could be by a person or by your guides. Some of you are tapping into your spiritual gifts and honing them more than ever before. And I definitely see that some of you will actually have a business using your spiritual gifts. You may be a little bit worried about setting this up at first, but with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, you take to it like a duck to water, and it's all going to be well for you. With the High Priestess energy, some of you are working really hard in silence or secret, not telling anybody because you don't want to be derailed. But the High Priestess really is about trusting your intuition and also trusting your inner vision. Okay, some of you may be implementing some sort of plan this month and just watching it grow or unfold. Okay, now also I'm getting magnifying glass coming through in the water right now. So some of you may be looking at something a little bit deeper, not just introspection inwards, but I feel like you may be actually investigating something this month. For example, if someone's told you an untruth, you may actually uncover it yourself, and then that person has to come clean. I do feel like they will come clean, but it will be a while. Okay, I feel like it'll be difficult to get the truth out of this person, but it will come out. Okay, now we do have the Pope here, which of course is the Hierophant. So I definitely see here that there's a lot of knowledge available to you, but you are being guided. You're being guided towards a goal or a dream come true, because you have the Wish card, the Star energy. And some of you, I get this energy that you're so good at what you do that some of you may even set up a course that runs in the background that will earn more money for you. It could be, you know, you writing down a course of things for people to learn. I mean, some of you could be like teaching people a language, or maybe you're learning a language and you're going to then teach it on. I just get a sense of you imparting your knowledge in some way where you can do this from home. So it could be something you set up online as well. That's just popping out there briefly. Now we do have the Five of Pentacles. So with the Five of Pentacles, and I'm going to pull a card on this because the Five of Pentacles can indicate that you have been going through a very difficult time, and you may have felt that the struggle is unending. Okay, but with the Queen of Pentacles there, I do indicate, I'm being given, should I say, the energy of security, that your plans are bearing fruit, and that there's a lot of opportunities. You're attracting a lot of opportunities your way. So if you've lost your job before you've come to this reading, for example, there's definitely an opportunity for you that is moving towards you. But what I do see, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, I see that there's a couple of opportunities, but the first one, I feel like it will be a non-starter. Okay, I feel there is something, I just feel like, yeah, the first one, it just doesn't click, because I feel it's not meant for you. I feel like there's something better on the horizon because you deserve better. And I definitely see that the first opportunity, you know, don't get disheartened and think, oh gosh, it didn't go well. Don't get disheartened, because the universe is lining things up. It's almost like it's giving you a little taste. Even if you're going in for like an interview, it's like a taste of an interview to prepare you for an even better opportunity, so that you've got like, you're ready for the second interview for something else. And I definitely see it working like that. Also, if there's anything that perhaps, what I'm seeing here is, if there's anything important that you're doing, like a meeting or traveling or something like that, right at the end of the month, make sure you take like really good food or your vitamins, because I do see that your immune system could be a little bit low, and you could get like a seasonal cold, or I'm just picking up on a little bit of unwellness. Okay, let me just pull a card on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? Now, also, they want you to be aware, yes, this is the energy that they want you to be aware of. They want you to be aware that whatever you're focused on this month, you'll be successful. You will be recognized for it, okay? And there is a lot of prosperity headed in your direction, and really good news right at the end of the month. But make sure that you are on optimum energy, okay? Better sleep, better exercise, better eating habits, things like that. We all know that. We all know we need to do things like that. We don't always do that, of course, but what they're showing me here is that something that you are manifesting, or something that you have in your mind, you will receive good news on it, something that you've been waiting for. There is a triumphant moment right at the end of the month where you're like, yes, accomplished. Okay, now this could be the end of a project that has been really difficult. Could even be that someone who's been causing you a lot of trouble, either in the neighborhood or in your job or even in the family, I feel like they may either leave or exit in some way. They may take a step back, they may relocate, or I definitely see them leaving. Okay. Now the Magician card is your first card, so that indicates your focus, that you have a lot of power in a situation to be appreciated and recognized for what you want to do. Six of Wands is to be elevated. You're on the way up. And they're actually showing me right now a map. It's okay, it's a treasure map. Okay. Okay, it's not your usual map. It's like one of those oldie maps from like a movie or something that's like X marks a spot with like treasure. And they're giving me, oh, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful. They've given me, you know what, I think this was a card in one of the pick a cards that I did. I think that was one of the cards that came out, I'm not sure. But they've given me words underneath this treasure map, and it says, you're almost there. You're almost there. Don't lose focus. Oh. Okay, you're almost there. Don't lose focus. Okay. Now, they're just giving me this energy. You're so close. Keep digging. Keep going towards where you're heading towards. It's like only a few paces ahead or left of you. Prosperity awaits. That's what they're showing me right now. I mean, there's even a victory wreath right there on the Six of Wands. So I do see that, you know, you will be either awarded with something, or I mean, you could make employee of the month, or you get a promotion or some sort of financial raise. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, so that means that you are honestly and diligently working towards something, or you're committed to your plan, and that opportunities are on the horizon that will attract more wealth. The Queen of Pentacles is about multiplying finances. I mean, this is a card of being like, I mean, on a grand scale, it's like being an heir or an heiress, okay? But it's also on a less grand scale, it's more about attracting wealth and comfort into your life. And some of you may set up a second stream of income from the home space. Or you're conserving money. You'll be able to save money for like a college fund for your kids if you have children, or for your pension, or just for a rainy day, okay? But the Queen of Pentacles is also very, very shrewd, because she does not give her energy just to any old situation. She manages her energy. So it's like, if someone is trying to frustrate you or trying to push your buttons, you look at that person and think, you know what? You can't touch my energy because you don't matter enough to be able to do that. I feel you're really looking at your situation and thinking, you're draining my energy. You need to take a step back, or I'm cutting you out. Also, with the Queen of Pentacles, I get a sense here that you are being very resourceful with the money that you have, okay? Some of you, I don't really want to give you this message, but it is coming through, so don't shoot the messenger. I am getting an energy that whilst you will be able to save a little bit more money, there may be an unexpected bill this month, okay? Let me see, unexpected bill. What can it be to do with? You know, I almost feel like, I'm going to pull a card on it. I almost feel like either someone that you're dealing with takes the money twice. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Yeah, look at that. It's like they take it twice, okay? But you get it back. Yeah, it's offered back. It was an honest mistake. They want you to be aware it was an honest mistake. This was not someone who tried to steal or double tap your money or whatever. This is an honest mistake, and you will get it back. Okay, I just want you to be aware. Okay, now these two cards, I'm just going to pull one more. For some of you, you may be like, Baba, there's no love this month. That's not true at all. I feel like your main focus is really you this month, and about you, you know, really going out there and focusing on your projects and not allowing any negativity to derail you from your path. But I do feel that there is a potential for love if you want it, but you need to create more balance in your life. With the Two of Pentacles, it indicates fun and work in equal measure, or, you know, focus on your projects, of course, but you need to schedule in some time to have some fun. So I do feel like there could be a romance that develops in very unexpected ways on the horizon for you. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we've got the Emperor energy. Now, earlier you had the Empress energy. So this indicates that there is someone coming your way who is serious about love, someone who wants to settle down, someone you can respect, and someone who values you as well, someone who's in it for the long haul. This is someone who has got their own business, and I definitely see that this person, they're very commanding. When they walk into a room, everybody just notices this person's energy. Again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading, it's about the energy, but I feel like it's a power couple. You and this person are like a power couple. So if you're looking for love, I definitely see that you're attracting love, but I feel it's not really your focus this month. I feel it will take you quite by surprise. But again, you have to put yourself in a situation, you have to adjust your schedule to make space for love if you're looking for it, okay? Now I'm just going to get some final cards for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Oh, okay. Soul mission. So you're thinking about your place where you belong, your true calling. They want 3, so I'm just going to get there. We also have justice. Okay, let me just give you the first card. We got soul mission there. I mean, a little bit like your first card, so I feel like you're cutting out anything that derails you from your true calling. Okay, and it says here, finding your own path in life. So being a little bit more independent, discovering your soul mission, path of knowledge. So either picking up a course of learning, learning more about yourself, becoming a mentor, and sharing your knowledge with others. Now this could be that you're sharing your knowledge with your children. Definitely see that if you have children, they really appreciate you. They may not say it, but you are doing such a good job. I just want you to be aware you're doing such a good job. And yes, your energy may be depleted at times, so it is important to try and schedule some time for you, but you're doing an incredible job and it's very rewarding. We've got justice here, so this is good karma headed in your direction. It says, doing what you think is right, only honesty brings success. Spiritual order, truth. Now, I didn't really pick up on the energy, but it's coming through very briefly, and I'm only getting like 2%. That's probably why I'm not picking up on the energy really. But if any Pisceans out there are thinking about doing something a little bit naughty, and I'm talking about illegal, okay, I feel the authorities will catch up with you. I hate giving that message. I mean, I don't really deal in those sort of messages, but it is coming through. Justice will prevail, okay? I'm giving that to you because we've got the Hierophant there, and that indicates that the institutions will deal with it, or, you know, there will be a higher power that judges and institutionalizes. So I just want you to be aware of that, okay? But if you have been wronged, I do feel justice will prevail also. So it is positive at the end of the day. And we finally have Wheel of Fortune. Good luck is on your side. Remember, your 10th house is influencing you. And it says here, things work out in your favor. Lucky moment, a phase, a situation, fate, destiny, and change. Now, I definitely see that there is major change, especially since you got the equivalent of the death card symbol there. And I did see the scythe in the water, which means new beginnings. And things may be, it's like when one chapter closes, another one absolutely opens for you. You're making space for something greater. And sometimes when we're in the transition period, it can feel really difficult. And a sentence came up in one of the readings, I think it was in the Virgo reading, and for this month, and it's coming up again for you, which is sometimes when we are in darkness, we feel like we've been buried. But it is then that we have actually been planted. Okay, so I feel like it's a major period of personal growth, but prosperity is going to stem from that. Okay, so I'll leave it like that. Just going to go and get you a rune before we close. So interesting. A lot of signs have been getting this rune, which is all about, it's the ice rune. Okay, and this is about your energy loss. Okay, so it's really about looking at things that drain your energy or make you feel lethargic. It can also be that something has been stagnant, something has been frozen out of your life for a while, but it will thaw out for you, okay? Also, we have, oh yeah, my guide just said, Also, this rune is about focus. Focus, laser focus, okay? Now also we have, I'm just seeing, I like to see if I can feel the energy before I, okay, they're actually showing me a staircase with this rune, so I can imagine that this is to go upwards. Yeah, we have the arrow, okay? Cheer is the rune. This is about your warrior spirit, the sacrifices you make to get to where you want to go, and being completely on target, okay? So it's a really positive one. I hope you can see that there. And finally, we have, interesting, we've got, now we've got the wheel rune, but we've got this one in reverse. So it can indicate that some of you may have felt that you have been derailed from your path briefly, or you've had a distraction. Some of you may have been unwell and you've had to really focus on your health, which is so important. Without that, there is no you. So it's really important to recharge your batteries, get back to best, and then you'll be back in the ring, as it were. Now, what they're giving me here is a delay in your plan. A delay in travel. Aha, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. They're also indicating the unexpected bill in this as well. But remember, it was done in error, but you will get it back. Okay, so I feel if some of you are thinking that you have perhaps lost out on an opportunity, or you feel that things have not been going in your favor, or you've been derailed in some way, or there's been a bit of a delay, they're indicating your focus will see you being very successful. You're going back on track this month, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisces. Love and light.